What if I told you that one of Hollywood's most dazzling musicals, the film that gave us unforgettable songs like Some Enchanted Evening, and I'm Gonna Wash That Man Right Outta. My hair was hiding secrets that even its leading lady kept quiet for decades. At 92, Mitzi Gaynor, the sparkling star of South Pacific, has finally revealed the truth about what really happened on set. And her confession is as surprising, emotional, and dramatic as the movie itself. When South Pacific premiered in 1958, was more than just another movie musical, it was a cultural phenomenon. Adapted from Rodgers and Hammerstein's Broadway hit, it transported audiences to an exotic island during World War II, blending romance, comedy, and social commentary. For Mitzi Gaynor, who played the spirited nurse Nellie Forbush, it was the role of a lifetime. With her bright voice, boundless energy, and undeniable charm, she captured the hearts of millions. To the world, she was living every performer's dream. But what Gaynor has now admitted is that the set was not all sunshine and palm trees. It was filled with challenges that pushed her to her very limits. One of the biggest secrets Gaynor revealed was just how grueling the production was. The film was shot in Hawaii, which looked idyllic on screen but presented endless problems behind the scenes. The heat was unbearable, and the humidity wreaked havoc on costumes, makeup, and film equipment. Gaynor confessed that filming in those conditions was physically exhausting, especially during elaborate dance numbers and emotional scenes. She often went home at night drained and doubting whether she could keep up the next day. Then there was the pressure of following in the footsteps of Broadway. The stage version of South Pacific had already been a smash hit, and the film carried enormous expectations. Gaynor revealed that she felt the weight of that pressure every single day. Taking on the role of Nellie meant not only carrying the film, but also living up to a character beloved by theater audiences. She later admitted that she worried constantly about whether she was enough to do the part justice, even as she delivered one of her most iconic performances. But perhaps the most fascinating confession Gaynor shared was about her co-stars. She spoke candidly about working with Rossano Brazzi, who played Émile Debec, the French plantation owner and Nellie's love interest. On screen, their romance was captivating, but off-screen, it was complicated. Brazzi's singing voice had to be dubbed by another performer, a fact that frustrated him and sometimes created tension during filming. Gaynor admitted that navigating those moments required patience and professionalism. Even as she tried to keep the chemistry alive for the camera, there were also moments of joy and camaraderie. Gaynor recalled how the cast and crew bonded during long days in Hawaii, often laughing together to relieve the stress. Yet she confessed that beneath the smiles, she felt a deep loneliness. She was away from home, working under constant scrutiny, and carrying the responsibility of a film that would define her career. Only decades later did she admit just how vulnerable she felt during those months of shooting. At 92, looking back, Gaynor finally acknowledges the truth. South Pacific was both the greatest gift and the toughest challenge of her career. It gave her a place in Hollywood history but demanded sacrifices that audiences never saw. The glamorous image of her twirling on the beach in a crisp nurse's uniform hides the exhaustion, doubts, and emotional weight she carried every day on set. The legacy of South Pacific is undeniable. It remains one of the most beloved musicals of all time. But Mitzi Gaynor's confession shows us the other side of the story, the struggle, the sacrifice, and the humanity behind the performance. And maybe that's what makes her revelation so powerful. Because in the end, the truth behind South Pacific is that it wasn't just a movie, it was a battle of endurance. And Mitzi Gaynor proved she was strong enough to win it.